pleasant good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on the part of the world where you are located. It is indeed my pleasure to come before you once again to do another weekly YouTube presentation. And we want to thank all those who have supported us. We're just on the cusp of attaining 1K in subscribers, and we know you're going to help us accelerate your subscription to reach that point and to continue building and growing from that point onwards. So, as usual, we greet you with a sense of positivity and a sense of hope. So, Imo Bakari, your psychologist and life coach from the magical community of Point Fortin in Trinidad and Tobago, located in the Southern Caribbean. It is my desire to inspire you to go higher. It is my desire to inspire you to become better. It is my desire to inspire you to face up to any challenge that comes your way. It is my desire to inspire you to achieve your goals in 2024. This will be done through coaching, counseling, teaching, writing, motivational speaking, and public speaking. And we are prepared to do this because you are deserving of becoming the best possible versions of yourself. And we are prepared to partner with you in 2024 to ensure that this becomes a reality. So welcome once again to our presentation and our motivational word for you to reflect on. Every one of us must become a leader. Every one of us must exercise leadership. The change that we desire, the quality of life that we would like to experience, and all the other things that we would like to see happen, we must see ourselves as being leaders. To be a leader, sometimes you have to be a follower, but fundamentally, no permission is required for you to lead. Feel free and go forward and exercise your leadership. The world depends on it, and do not back out from that responsibility. So reflect on that and allow it to motivate you so that you can act with greater purpose and focus in leading and making a change that is so necessary in this space that we call Earth. So that is our motivational word for today. And of course, we remind you of the services that we offer. Remind you of our 4-week course entitled The Fundamentals of Public Speaking, costing $1,200 for students, $1,800 for the general public. The 4-week course entitled Mastering Emotional Intelligence, costing $1,800 for students and $2,500 for the general public. Or the 10-week course entitled The Fundamentals of Psychology, costing $3,800. You can make a one-time payment, 2-part, 3-part, or 4-part payment. You can also contribute to support our work through the YPay and Patreon links below the video, or you can buy any of our books. My book Conversation at 100 TT, 45 EC, or 15 United States dollars, or any of the other advertised books attributed to African civilization, Remembering and Understanding C.L.R. James, and Rebels of the Gate, Looking at the Life, and George Weeks. So give us a call so that you can also book a counseling and coaching appointment at 1-868-778-5141, 1-868-779-2544, or email us at leadershipwithadifference@gmail.com. So today's presentation, taking a cue from the motivational word, is the cry for leadership. I have done a previous presentation on leadership, and I certainly will have to do other presentations on leadership, because I have always contended that the most difficult task in life, the most challenging discipline that there is the question of leadership. No matter the professional area or not that we are involved in, leadership is required. Whether it's in a home, whether it's in a sporting team, whether it's in a company, whether it's in a business, whether it's among your friends, leadership is important. Of course, we know of so many different types of leaders. The autocratic types, where it's their way or the highway. The democratic type who tries to encourage and cooperative approach, the laissez-faire leader, which is not desirable. But whatever the type of leader, whether you inherit it from a monarchy, quality leadership is very, very important. What exactly is leadership? There are many different definitions. But let's look at two very simple forms of reference in terms of definition. So according to the Oxford, one way of looking at leadership is leading an organization or group, or leading people where you can create something new and something better. So, though, if you look at the latter definition, which I use as a guide, leading people to create something new or better, I think that is simple and a very ideal guide to guide this discussion. Because at the end of the day, we appoint leaders, we elect leaders, we have leaders, and I said in the motivational word, notwithstanding that we too must lead, because leadership is not necessarily based on a position that you hold. Because you can hold a position, but you are not a leader, because you are not the one who influences things. You may have that authority invested in you where you can influence things, but sometimes you lack that touch to bring people together, that touch to motivate people. So obviously, although you have the authority invested in the position, you really lack the quality of leadership to make that difference, to make something new, create something new, or create something better. So I am saying, if you are in any situation where nothing new is being created or nothing better is being created, but then you cannot continue with such leaders. Because a leader is supposed to inspire. A leader is supposed to motivate you to want to act, and act with intensity to achieve the vision that the leader shared. Of course, a leader must share a vision, and a leader must get followers to willingly buy into that vision. Because in that way, it will be much easier to create something new and create something better. And if that is not the case, I am saying, get rid of them. If they cannot inspire, if they cannot share a vision that you can align with, get rid of them and replace them with something new and better. If that is leadership, both in terms of personnel and both in terms of practice, we need to ensure that we are along a path to achieve something new and better. It will never be easy because there are many challenges of leadership. All the same, leaders will produce results. Leaders will produce results. The best validation for one's ideas must be manifested in results. The best validation for one's ideas must result in results. If a leader is not producing results, well then, what is the purpose of that person being in a leadership position? Because if you're not getting results, you will not be able to create something new and better. Of course, leaders can encounter challenges and have to overcome those challenges, because at the end of the day, results must be that yardstick by which you can judge them. And if you're not getting results, you cannot sustain and keep such leaders, looking after your affairs. I am saying to you, get rid of them. Right? A leader will create a cohesive team. A leader will lead through the leadership of others. A leader will know how to blend contending talents, different talents, into a cohesive whole. All right? A leader will produce a good team. Because if you can blend the talents together, obviously you will produce a good team. A leader will be open to new ideas. Because after all, ideas are not the repository of any leader or any one person. So a leader must be able to facilitate that kind of situation. So the fundamental yardsticks, for leadership, producing results, inspiring, having a cohesive team, sharing a vision that people can buy into, that people understand, motivating people to want to work to achieve, giving people a sense of hope, and of course, seeing the results that validate the actions, because, whether you are versed in leadership theories, whether you talk the talk, but you have to produce the results. Because when good leadership exists, it is palpable. You can feel it. When poor leadership exists, the opposite is also true. And our world is crying out, screaming out for good leadership. Because there is so much discord in the world. There is so much disharmony. There is so much bloodletting. There is so much skullduggery or crookedness, corruption, whichever term you want to use. And all of this is because of poor leadership. Leaders who are are leaders of states, who seek to enrich themselves at the expense of citizens. Such leaders should never be there in the first place. So leadership, quality leadership, will lead to something new and will lead to something better. Look around you and reflect on the leadership that you're experiencing, whether it's in your church, whether it's in your sporting group, whether it's in your school, whether it's in your country. And if that leadership is falling short, we got to act. We got to allow true leaders to lead. We got to allow people who can contribute to creating something new and better take the lead. And you too have a responsibility. So do not back out from your responsibility to lead, but those who you may give the opportunity to lead, ensure that they are the real deal. Ensure that they have the right qualities. Ensure that they are producing results to create something better and something brighter. So I allow you to reflect on what I have presented, because as I said in the beginning, leadership is the most challenging discipline in the world. But we need to get it right, we need to continue reflecting on it, and we need to take action when it is falling short. Because when leadership is falling short, it creates very painful outcomes. And the less pain we can create is the better for all of us. So I thank you for listening. I thank you for viewing. I remind you to subscribe to the channel, like, share, comment on the video. I also remind you to support our services, our ongoing courses. Call and book a counseling or coaching appointment. You can contribute to support our efforts to produce new books, to produce better quality videos by contributing via the YPay and Patreon links. Or you can also buy any of our books, Conversation, Python 100 TT, 45 EC, or 50 United States dollars, or any of the other advertised books. So we count on you, we look forward to your support, and we know you will help us grow to become the force that we are destined to be. So just give us a call at 1-868-778-5141, 1-868-779-2544, or email us at leadershipwithadifference@gmail.com. So thank you again for listening, thank you for viewing, and stay tuned for another powerful presentation next week, please God. Bye, and thank you.